Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Oh, what a cut! They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Buying some time as he moves left. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking for a man. It's Baker. Hauls it in. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. They go to the ground. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the move, it's Price. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Wyoming. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Hand off from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Lewis to throw. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And the Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Lewis wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've reached a break. Cincinnati is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. second down, he'll throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
And the Bearcats will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw, it's Baker. Got it in the middle, it's Hamilton.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got it first and goal.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Grab behind the line. It's Miller. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Lewis to throw. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. Running it to the right. And some room to work. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defender. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Buffs! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Running back searching for a hole. Got got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this.
Underneath Tulsa coverage, got it deep downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The snap sets up to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. He's already thrown one pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate, stop making some of these bonehead plays.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Breaks the tackle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
The Bearcats will boot it away to start the second half. And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Lewis wants to pass. That's caught. It's Miller. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. Quick release by the QB. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Caught close to the marker. It's Miller. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. And the Buffaloes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on second and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Georgia Tech has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 35 over Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
That's caught. It's Hamilton. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Off the play fake. On the move to his left. Finds a tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The kick is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Lewis wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes send out the punt unit. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. A Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got a man. It's Hamilton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Pulls it in. It's Hamilton. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
It doesn't matter who it is. Receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open. You sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
It's complete to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Lewis to throw. Under fire. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Miller. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Bellamy. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback. but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Quick completion on the out route. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bucks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Starts to scramble to the left. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. It just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes, and how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Caught near the sticks. It's Hamilton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Here's the pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
3rd and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Spits it out to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to...
Off to the races to the right. He's at the 30. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got... Touchdown, Colorado! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Baker. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They call PI on the offense this time. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Now staring at a 3rd down. To the air, it's Baker. The sweet feet buy a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buffaloes come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Power football with the run. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Blasted as he lets it go.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Now the play fake. Still looking on the move. Oh, better look out. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, still going. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking to buy time. Finds his man, it's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Baker. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. On third down, he drops the throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play. to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.